Okay, I think I'm streaming. Let me pull over my keyboard and make sure it's on. Okay, cool. Okay, there's somebody already in chat. Hey, Chan the Magic Man, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's see here. Okay, do I need to do anything else? Oh yeah, let me check my own audio. Let's see. I can hear myself. Okay, that's good. Very promising. Oh yeah, let me check my own audio. Let's see. I can hear. Okay, all right, glorious. Okay, whoo. Okay, all right. Turned on trick requests, and then Chan the Magic Man says, "Look at that sexy haircut." Oh yeah, hold on. Let me give you a better view. Hey, yeah, I don't have long hair anymore. It's been chopped off. It is just short hair. It's my one haircut for the year. So there we have it. um, let's see. All right. So before anything happens, I'm going to go ahead and put on my cheating fingers. So here we go. Chan, how are you? How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. How's your weekend? How was your week? Gibson Lens, thank you kindly for the resub for 22 months. Thank you so much, Bert. How's it going? How are you doing this weekend? Hopefully you had a great weekend. All the things. Oh, so Bert, if a hype train occurs, I tried to change the music. So we'll see if that happens. So just letting you know, be prepared. Full disclosure, it is not like one of the published versions. I actually tried to make a remix with two different versions of your music. So just so you know. So we'll see how that goes. Trap remix. Chan says, I'm doing great. I recently just created a new trick that I literally came up with by myself. Hope it goes well tomorrow. Chan, congratulations. That is good. That is not only good news, that's great news. That's excellent. I fully encourage all magicians to come up with something for themselves. Even if it's not like 100% original, but like it helps get those creative juices flowing. It builds confidence in your own creative abilities. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons. Hint is a 4 ace trick. Hey, you know what? If it's a 4 ace trick, you can apply it to 13 different suits. So as far as I'm concerned, it is at least 13 different tricks. So that's yeah. I may cough a little bit tonight, so my throat's feeling better, but my chest and my allergies are not agreeing with me. I may have something, but I don't know. So I'm trying to catch my coughs, but then if I have to, I have cough drops. So if it gets pretty bad. Anyway, Charlie's Beats, welcome in. How's it going, Charlie? How you doing tonight? Hopefully you had a great weekend. Let's see if anybody needs a hydrate because they've been sitting around for a while and you haven't hydrated. Please hydrate. It is actually extra hot here today. We're gonna have extra hot weather for the entire week here, so I am I am sweaty as balls. Yep. All right. Also, let me pull out the Twitch deck. Here we have it. Gibson Lens with the spray already. Thank you kindly. Alright, so let's see. We had a resub from our mod and friend Bert aka Gibson Lens, signer of the Ace of Hearts. Right there. Of course, in chat, we also have our mod and friend, Chan the Magic Man. Queen of Clubs. Let me find the Queen of Clubs right here. And then, of course, we have Charlie's Beats, which I assume Charlie is also modding. Actually, I think I'm lurking. Hold on. Let me just double check here. Yep, Charlie is modding another stream right now. But thank you for hopping in, Charlie. Greatly appreciate it. Charlie is modding for ZD Major 7. If you guys did not know, but the signer of the Ace of Spades as well. So yeah. Okay. I have been thinking about adding a trick to the trick list. The problem is it was one of my improvisations that I did for my YouTube channel, and I haven't given it like a name, so I don't know what to do with it. But I guess in the interim, I could just put it on the trick list as like improv with no name, and then we can figure it out later. I probably shouldn't call it improv with no name, because then people are going to think, oh, I should improvise a trick now. Although I suppose that could be added as well. Maybe I'd rather have people use channel points for that. Yeah. What's on top? Okay. Yeah, I'll say name pending. All right, we'll do that. Okay, it's a card trick. And we'll say create. Okay. Hello, Nam. Hello, Ben, aka Hallowthorn. Thanks for getting the shout out for Hallowthorn. How's it going, Ben? Welcome in. How are you doing today? I am literally trying to add a new trick to the trick list because I was like, I want to add this, but I improvised it on my YouTube channel, so it doesn't really have like a name, but I liked it enough that I was like, let me just put it in there. Birao Ferreira. Hello, Birao. How are you doing? Welcome in. First time chat. I know I've seen you around. I know I've seen you in like Gibson Lenses streams and some of the other Twitch musicians. So welcome in. How are you doing? Oh yeah, I don't know if I've introduced myself to Birao. Hey, welcome in, Obi-Wan. How's it going? But this is also a good time to show off my oh yeah. So hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled this way, but I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and so that's probably what we're going to be doing first stream today. I call it Sleight of Hand Sundays, and you can also request tricks if you want to request tricks. You can check out the trick list, which I use a StreamerSonglist, and people can request tricks. If you don't know what tricks are called, you can just do !random, and it'll randomly put one in the list. But I did literally just add one right now, so I'm gonna add that. That can be our warming up with a new trick. This is mildly exciting because I've done this only a few times before, and we can give it a try. It's a great way to start off a stream, right? Just, hey, if you do a trick, you could mess it up. First time. I think I might have done it once on stream, like right before I was going to do it. I don't remember exactly though, but okay. All right, let's do this, do this, do this, do that. Okay. All right. Let's see. So, Obi-Wan's doing good. Awesome. And then Howlthorn says, it's been busy. Gonna be more busy soon. Gonna be at the same state. Going to gonna be at the same stage as you. Haha, my wife is expecting a likely due in September. Yo, Howlthorn, congratulations! Yeah, that's that's big news. And I understand that you're busy all the time because you're a gigging magician all the time. So anyway, congratulations. Or preemptive. It says wife is expecting September. So hold on. What month? It's May now. May, June, July, August, September. So it's like 4 or 5 months away. Yeah. All right. Obi-Wan says, nice name display. Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, the name display my best friend got for me for my birthday in February. So I was like, I gotta use it. Congratulations. Awesome. All right, cool. All right, so let's try and... Man, how am I going to retheme this trick for a baby? I don't know if I can. All right. Maybe I just won't... Okay, for this one, but I'm going to try and do a trick later to try and theme it as though it's for a baby, and then we'll figure that out later. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Congratulations. No, that's big news. All right. Okay, so what's on top? Name pending. I don't know what to call it yet. So if anybody has any ideas after you see it, feel free to give them to me. But anyway, all right. So what I've set aside already is I've set aside 2 black kings and 2 red kings. Now I want to ask you which will be on the top, but I'm going to show you that I'm going to alternate them. Okay, so first I'm going to put a black king on the top, then a red king on the top, then a black king on the top, then a red king on the top. So now, important question. If I was to ask you which 2 kings are on the top, I think a lot of people would say 1 red king, 1 black king, right? Now, here's the thing. If I was to show you, though, after this magical snap, that's actually going to reveal that we have the 2 red kings on the top. I know, that's super strange, because that shouldn't have happened. I clearly interweaved them, right? Now, here's the thing with this. If I go ahead and I place the 2 red kings on the top, and I ask you again, which 2 kings are on the top? Would you say the 2 red kings? I think intuitively that's what a lot of people would. And some sneaky people would be like, oh, okay, no, now it's going to be 1 and 1, so 1 and 1. But those who are paying attention to the plot of the trick might know that once I snap, the 2 black kings will be on top. Because look, if I show you, here's the 2 black kings on top. I know, is that super strange? That's super weird, right? So I actually don't know where to go with this trick at the moment because this is how this trick went. Now, here's the thing. Some people think that when I put them back on top of the deck and I flip them over, there's going to be something strange that happens. And so now if I was to ask you, okay, which 2 are the black kings and which 2 are the red kings? And to that I would tell you, some people might guess that perhaps I've interwoven them here. Maybe they're paired up like this. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter because whatever you guess, unless you're a magician, you know how plots of card tricks work, you would be incorrect because these are actually the 4 aces. And that, my friends, is a new trick. So there we go. I think I'll leave it on the list. It'll be known as this for now, but I want to give it like a formal name and stuff. So yeah, there we go. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, and for the applause. Thank you kindly for the... Ooh, what emote is that? Pog from Baral. Thank you, Baral. Yeah, so that is a new trick. I mean, if you've been following on my YouTube, it's not that new, but it's like new enough, and I like it. I actually performed it out in the wild a few times, and I'm like, it works out really well. I like it, so I'm like, I'll keep it. Okay. Okay, next up, we have a request from Chan the Magic Man. Thanks for the request, Chan. Oh, while we're here, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in here that we should probably shout out. Guys, if you're not following our friend and mod, Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. One of the few magicians that has a regular streaming schedule, so please give Chan a follow. He usually does Magic Mondays on Monday nights, so tomorrow night, feel free to check them out. Guys, you're not following our modern friend Gibson Lens. If you're not following Gibson Lens, pianist, plays a bunch of great music, all mostly pretty relaxing, some of which is hype. I like the hype stuff, but there aren't that many hype songs, so that's why they're special. But yeah, Gibson Lens has also created a bunch of his own originals, a bunch of which the new recent ones are just like composition, not like how do I say this? They've been transposed finally. I guess old to him, new to us, for an old non-existent game now called Fantasy of the Sword. So definitely give Gibson Lens a follow. Check him out. Let's see. Guys, you're not following our friend Charlie's Beats. Please give Charlie's Beats a follow. Charlie's Beats, a musician, a gamer, mod for other streamers. Currently modding right now another stream. So, but thanks for being here, Charlie. Greatly appreciate it. I also see Charlie in like every chat that I hang out in. So. Let's see. Of course, we already gave our shout out to Hallowthorn, but if you're not following our friend Hallowthorn, aka Ben, aka going to be a new dad, but Singaporean magician all the way across the other side of the world. I know you used to stream way more often, but you stream occasionally now. But yeah, Hallowthorn is a gigging magician in Singapore, so and going to have a baby, so. So definitely give him a follow. So whenever he streams, you'll catch Ben next. And then let's see. Oh, if you're not following our friend Barao, I know Barao streams, but I don't know if I have actually caught a stream of Barao. So I'm sorry, Barao. I'll have to give you a. I think I follow you already. It's just a matter of catching a stream. Let me just double check if I'm not already following. I'm not following. All right, I'm going to give you a follow right now. No, oh, no, I'm not stream? Oh, okay. All right, well, I can still give you a follow. So, but thank you anyway. Oh, you're welcome. No, thank you for giving me a follow and coming to hang out tonight. So, let's see. All right. And then who else? Did I miss anybody? Did we get everybody? I think we got everybody in chat, right? Okay. Obi-Wan. Guys, you're not following our friend Obi-Wan. Please give Obi-Wan a follow. Guitarist, although lately he's been streaming Baldur's Gate 3, which I was lurking in your stream. Well, for me it was yesterday. For you it might have been earlier today. So, but yeah. He was just kind of in the background. I was playing some other game. I'm into like a new game that I got recently. I think it's called Abalon. So, but you were in the background, so there you go. It was yesterday for me. Oh, it was yesterday for you. Okay, all right. I forget. I don't know if it's like multiple hours or whatever. Okay. All right, cool. Anyway, so now I think we've got everybody, right? Okay. Excellent. All right, next up we have a request from Chan the Magic Man for a trick called Pink Floyd. A lot of people who performed this trick on YouTube misattribute its name. They called it Jesters by Aldo Colombini, which, by the way, is a trick. It is a different trick, though. It is not this trick. This trick is called Pink Floyd by Michael Close. Sorry, I had to get that cough there. Okay. All right. So, here we go. Coming back, we have our note. For anybody who has never seen me perform this trick, I always read from this note. And the mysterious part is that it always changes what it says. To whom it may concern, these 4 jokers are haunted and will not let themselves be orphaned. Oh my god, that is so depressing. A word of warning, do not place these jokers back to back. That is strange. Alright, so first things first, we have 4 cards. And then we have, as promised, 4 jokers. Okay, so this said, what if we were to place them back to back? So let me just go ahead and place the jokers back to back. What happens? Something strange happens. Oh, it's changed to be red. How about this one? Nope. Okay. So only that one has changed. Okay. Interesting. All right. How about this next one? If I was to go ahead and turn this one back to back here, what is going to happen here? Ooh, that one's also changed to be red. How about this one? Nope. Okay. So, all right. So this is getting strange. Okay, how about, what if, you know what? Okay, so hold on. We have, okay, what if we do something like, let's do a controlled experiment. I just want to see what happens when we try and place two of these jokers face to face instead. So we place them face to face. Is anything going to happen? No, I don't think anything's happened. So really it is the back-to-back kind of thing. So now let me go ahead and turn them back to back. And is something going to happen? Yes! But wait, this was the last one. Ooh, they both turned red. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so let's see. What do we do now? So what am I going to do with four red backed jokers? What am I supposed to do here? By me saying what am I supposed to do here, that's actually me trying to remember how to proceed with the trick at this point. So so let's see. We have all of these jokers. And this is bizarre. So now they're red and red and red, right? So what if I was to now take the jokers and place them back to back like this? Because before, when they were blue, they changed, right? And now they're back to back. And what happens? Oh. Oh. And that's the interesting part, because they're all blue now. And there we have it. That, my friends, is a scuffed version of Pink Floyd. Wasn't as smooth as I would have liked. But you know what? I thought it was fine. I didn't reveal the secrets of magic. Just hesitated a little bit towards the end there. But otherwise, it was fine. You know how, like, in Mortal Kombat, there was a flawless victory? This was like, I got punched in the face once, but otherwise almost a flawless victory. So, yeah. Chan the Magic Man says, "It was great. Thank you kindly, Chan the Magic Man. Greatly appreciate it. Coming from another magician. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man. Barrow. Thank you so much." Okay, so let's see here. We just have to reset this really quick. Make sure that I don't mess it up. Put it back in the thing. So yeah, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I keep a lot of my packet tricks in little sleeves, and they are labeled. So if I need to get ready for a trick, I'm mostly ready for most tricks, most of these. So if you guys didn't know, I'm prepared. I think I mentioned this on a recent stream, but if you asked me like how to describe a magician like 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago now, because 5 years ago I've been in Magic for 5 years. So 6 years ago, I don't know what I would have said. It would have been maybe magical or amazing or wonderful. Now, if you ask me what how to describe a magician, number one word that comes to my mind: prepared. That's it. That's the absolute number one word. Anyway, thank you kindly for the request, Chan. Hopefully you enjoyed that. All right. So, okay, queue is currently empty. Oh, not yet. There we go. Now queue is currently empty. If anybody would like to make a request, now's a good time. Queue is empty, so there you go. Let's see. In the interim, let's get my usual. Oh, 3 travelers. Okay, we can do this one. This one's also fresh in my mind because I did it last week with a different deck of cards. So, for my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's see. You know what? Let's do this. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a good reminder. If anybody has been sitting around for a while and hasn't hydrated for a bit, please hydrate. Tonight I am having Darjeeling tea. I'm very close to the end of the package, so I am having just Darjeeling tea as my black tea until it's like gone. So, all right. Okay, so I've set aside some cards. Normally I would use the Ace 2 and the 3, but actually we're going to be using Chan the Magic Man, 2 of clubs, and the Ace of clubs. So let me just go ahead and place those over here for a second. I'm just going to lay them out. So we're going to go ahead and put Chan the Magic Man over here. Then we're going to be putting the 2 of clubs over here. And then let's go ahead and place the Ace right on top. Now, I just want to tell you that the deck is going to be an elevator. So let me go ahead and grab the Ace and place it on the bottom. Now, secretly, this is an elevator interface. So you can actually press, there's actually 2 buttons here, even though it looks like there's only 1. So we're going to go ahead and press the button here. And actually how the UI works is if I hold it like this and spin, that's what actually happens when it looks like, hey, thank you for the ding. That is actually going to bring the Ace from the bottom back up to the top, because take a look. There's the Ace. Now we're going to go ahead and place the 2 and then place it on the top, but we're going to go ahead and press the down button, and we're going to see it magically go from the top to the bottom with that little magical twist there. So here it goes from the top all the way down to the bottom, because look, there's the 2. And then finally we have one more, which is our Chan the Magic Man, Queen of Clubs. We're going to go ahead and leave Chan just there for a second, and we're going to go ahead and place Chan on top of this pile. Now, first things first, I do want to show you that there's no Chan over here. So that's Gibson Lens. That's somebody else, not using the elevators. But look, if I go ahead and I place Chan right here, and I go ahead and I press both buttons at the same time, look at that ding. I don't know if you know, but look, Chan is no longer over here. That's a joker. Chan is a joker. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chan just teleported. Look at that. Guys, I don't know if you know, but look. Chan has teleported from here to here. Because look, here's our Queen of Clubs signed by Chan the Magic Man. I meant to transport. Oh, okay. That's okay. It was just a delayed ding for the second one, and then you transport for the third one. That's okay. You did it. You did it. And that, my friends, is 3 Travelers starring Chan the Magic Man, the requester of this trick, also in chat right now. So, That's okay. You could also potentially have a transporter that dings as well at the same time, right? So it's like, hey, look, I'm done transporting. Ding! All right. Let's see. Also, I want to practice a trick or two, so... and you know what? I can get these out of the way earlier today instead of later. So let me go ahead and do these. Okay. All right, here we go. We have, this is not going to be impressive unless you can see these. Okay, here we go. We have 4 coins, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and place these 4 coins into a rectangle over here. I'm going to use these 4 cards, and we're going to cover each one of these coins with a card, like so. Barao says we should take care if this guy is in a poker table. Oh yeah, that's. I was in Vegas last year for TwitchCon, and nobody said anything. But to be fair, I didn't. So even at a casino, they don't let you touch the cards really. So. But anyway, so from here, I'm gonna make this coin jump from here up here because look, it happens pretty fast. Now, one thing that I'm doing here that breaks the rule of magic is don't tell your audience what's going to happen before it happens. But look, we're going to go ahead and transport all the coins to be in the exact same place. But yes, we should take care, see if this guy's poker table. Yep. I was wondering what would happen if one of my friends invited me to a private poker game just at their house and was like, go ahead and use sleight of hand. And I was going to be like, are you sure? Like, okay, so the next one I'm going to do is the cardless version. So now I'm going to have the 4 coins, but I'm not going to use any cards, just my hands. And so we're going to do the same thing, okay, but without any cards this time. Some people think that the cards hide some stuff, and to be fair, they do, but the hands could do everything that the cards could do. So now some people will note that there's 3 over here, 1, 2, 3, and then there's only 1 over here, and so this is usually the toughest one to happen. So there we go, and that, my friends, is the cardless coin matrix. And if you were here, you can check out the coins too. All right. Woo! Nice. Got those practiced. So I want to do those pretty much every week because A, they're really fast, and B, to a lot of other people, they're like super impressive. So I'm like, all right, let me keep those in good practice. And like I get a lot of practice for a lot of my magic, my card sleights and everything, but Andrew War, thank you so much for the resub for 8 months. Thank you so much. All right, Andrew War, I think you signed a card in the new Twitch deck, right? I just want to double check. And if you have not, you get to sign one of these cards. Andrew War, you are the 2 of diamonds. There you go. Yes, there you go. We got it. Okay. We got there. Excellent. All right. Okay. Oh, you know what I did not do yet? I said I was going to do one that for Hallowthorn for baby theme, but I haven't done that yet. So we're going to have to come up with something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. But you know what? Let me do a trick. Let me do a trick with Andrew War's card right now. while I brainstorm what to do with the baby thing. Let me see here. 2, 4, 3, 5. Okay, let's do that, and then let's use black 6s and 9s. Okay, let's do that instead. Okay. Two of them, yes, Andrew. Hey, Chan, how's it going? All right. Thanks for hopping in, Andrew War. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a great weekend, great week. Okay, so what we have here are black 6s and 9s, and these are the 2, 3, 4, 5 of diamonds. Now, what we're going to do, this is going to be a little bit similar to the last one, but I'm going to leave the 4 black 6s and 9s over here, because this is going to be the devil's elevator. Oh, actually, I can, devil elevator. All right. And over here, we're going to go ahead and place the 5 of diamonds, the 4 of diamonds, the 3 of diamonds, and then, of course, Andrew War happens to be over here. And for those of you who have seen this trick before, these are going to represent the levels of hell. Hell is not just a place of religious belief, but it is a business. And as all good businesses, they have an elevator, a maintenance elevator. So if you ever find yourself in hell, you can use this method to get out. So in this case, Andrew War has found himself in hell, and he's going to be in the second level of hell. So the easiest way to escape is to use this elevator to get to the uppermost level, which is the one easiest to get out of hell from. And so all we have to do is press that elevator button. Andrew War hopefully has seen this trick before. Hey, and look, Andrew War does the ding, and look, Andrew War has escaped. There we have Andrew War getting out. Now, next, we have the 3 of diamonds. And so here's the 3 of diamonds, and what we'll do is place the 3 of diamonds here in the third level of hell. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Place that in. The 3 of diamonds. They're going to get into the elevator, press the elevator button. Whoa, look at that. Chan the Magic Man is right on top of the ding. And look, that 3 is going to hop up to the top. Now, some people believe that there's some shenanigans going on, but no, these are the same black 6s and 9s that we've been using the entire time. I'm going to go ahead and use the 4, and let me show you that here, the 4, we're going to go ahead and place in the 4th level of hell. First, second, third, 4th, right here. Close that up. And then they get in the elevator. They're going to press the elevator button. We see the squiggly UI as the 4 comes back up to the top, because take a look. Hold on, I don't think we heard a ding yet. Oh, no, the 4 is still lost. Hold on. Shh. We got to wait. The elevator's not there yet. So what we just saw there was the door opening, and then we caught like 2 people. We caught 2 people in hell in a compromised position. But look, now we just heard the ding. So now the elevator's up at the top. And now if I show you, the 4 is now at the top. There we go. The 4 is now at the top. Some people think that shenanigansies, the 5, there's maybe more than 4 cards in here. But look, I'm going to place the 5 clearly on the bottom in the 5th level of hell. The 5 will know how to get out. We press the elevator button. They're going to see the fun little UI of spinny, spinny, spin. And then once again, here the elevator works. And look, if we show you right at the top, there we go. And that, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator, starring our friend Andrew War, who, you know, for what it's worth, was not too deep in hell, only made it to the surface level, and then it got out. GTFO. Thank you kindly for the resub, Andrew War, and thank you kindly for the dings and the claps, Andrew War, Chan the Magic Man. Hopefully you guys... It's lies! I'm much deeper in hell, IRL. I mean, I don't know about you, but yeah, we're probably going to be partying together in hell, so... Barousa is amazing. Thank you, Barao. Look, look. This is a sleight of hand magic stream. They're all lies anyway. So yeah. Oh man. Okay, now let me try and figure out what I can do for babies. Um, everybody's probably wondering. So for those of you who just hopped in, are probably wondering why I'm saying we got to do something for babies. Is it because one of our Twitch friends and magicians, Nazis might be expecting? So I was like, let me see if I can come up with something for babies. Okay, all right. And you know what? Wait. Is this? Hold on. This could be really good if I can find. Did nobody sign? Oh no, someone did sign. Okay, hold on. I need. Nope. I need. Ah. Okay. I was gonna try and use a king and a queen of something, but all the kings are signed. I kind of wanted it to be blank. Wait. Oh no. Okay. Here. No. Okay. All right. Here we go. I don't have a king and a queen, but I have a queen and a jack. Okay, so that'll work out. This will be okay. Excuse me. Okay, how to do this? How can I do this? Okay. Oh, and if anybody's wondering about signing a card or wants to support me, if anybody wants to, here's how you can sign a card. So we have a lot of different ways. You can give sub, bits, or if you have a lot of channel points, you can sign a card. And then every time you request a trick, I will try and use your card if possible. Unless in which you're here all of the time and you've seen them all, then I mean I'll still try and use it sometimes, but sometimes I forget. But anyway, but if you're here all the time anyway, you see most of them, so you know that I use your card, right? But anyway, yeah. So if you were wondering, we have about a third of this Twitch deck signed, so we have about 2/3 of the cards still open. But as it fills up, you'll have fewer options until this deck is filled, and then we'll get a new one. Okay, cool. So, all right. So this trick, I'm going to be. Hold on. Let me do. Okay. All right. So here we have a couple, and our couple is the Jack of Spades and the Queen of Spades. Normally, they could just be the Jack of Spades and the Queen of Spades, but today, our Jack of Spades is Ben, aka Hallowthorn, our friend and fellow Twitch magician, and then also the Queen is Hallowthorn's wife, and they're going to be expecting a child later this year. And so, you know, when two people, is anyone else seeing dropping frames or just me? You know, would it be funny if I said yes? Because, and then I could say, like, me in real life, I'm dropping frames, guys. Like, woo! Anyway, but no. Later this year, they might be expecting a child. And I don't know if you know, but children, when they're born, they can be kind of like infants. So first of all, you have no idea when they're going to appear, even if you have estimated arrival dates. But it's always just an estimate, right? You have no idea exactly when they're going to get out. But and then in 1 year, they become 1 year old. So there is an ace to represent a 1 year old. And then let's see. Here's the thing: you have no idea unless you do some scans ahead of time that you might have like maybe you might have more than one child. We have the technology to tell today, but there's still a chance that you may choose not to get it. But if you happen to find that there is another child, you might have twins. And so there is a pair of twins. 1 year later, 1 year old. If you are lucky or extremely unlucky, you might end up getting 2 more children. Because here's one, and then here's a second one. And so at the end of the day, you could have quintuplets. I know that's a little bit of a surprise, but okay, true story, guys, true story. I have a couple of friends from a long time ago. They're like middle school friends, and they were basically middle school sweethearts. Sorry, I had to cough. Okay, they were middle school sweethearts, and then they ended up getting married, and then they had a kid years later. And then what happened was they were going for their second kid. But actually, instead of having their second kid, they actually ended up getting triplets. And so they had 4 kids. They went from 1 kid to 4 kids. And I was like, whoa. Okay. I'm just going to double check on my internet connectivity right now because Chan's last statement scared me. Is anyone else saying dropping frames or just me? And then nobody else has said anything. So hold on. Am I still streaming? I'm still. Okay, it's good now. There we go. Oh, okay. Was it not good for a minute? All right. I'm really. I mean, I can see my stream going on, I guess. Okay. Nom, looking good, friend. Thank you kindly, Jesse Nicole. Welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing tonight? So, quick question. Was that last trick cut off? Because that would be very horrible because I did that for Halithord. So, anyway, welcome in, Jesse Nicole. How are you doing? Hopefully you had a great weekend. How is everything going? Once again, congratulations to Ben. Okay, yep, the trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything or see more magic, feel free to request. Requests are free. I think minimally you have to be a follower, which is also free, so... Yeah, so I am still coughing because I don't know if I'm actually sick or I have allergies or something, but my throat feels better compared to like last couple weeks, but congestion wise it is a little bit worse, so. Oh no, the French twist. Okay. Good news, bad news. I can do the French twist. That's a good news. Bad news. I literally just shuffled the 4 aces. All right, there we go. We just found them. I know that sometimes people feel like that shuffling is kind of a tough, but here's the thing. Sometimes the magicians are ready to do a certain thing, and then, if you shuffle and it's like, it could mess something up. This could mess something up. It's true. So that's why, like, when a lot of times magicians offer a deck to be shuffled, it's actually really strong if the other person actually shuffles, like, well. But anyway, yeah, so for anybody who's hopping in wondering about the haircut, I no longer have long hair. I have gotten my one haircut for the year, so my hair was down to like almost the bottom of my neck. I think it was like touching my shoulders. But it is pool season. It's also hot, and it's just easier to have short hair. Swimming in the pool, taking showers more frequently between jumping in the chlorinated pool and like sweating because it's hot. Like, I'm just like, okay, let me just chop it off. But if you guys missed the long hair, I have tons of videos in which I have long hair. And then also, if you just wait a year, my hair will be back to normal. Normal if you like the long hair. It's probably a good time. Shameless plug, if you guys want to see videos of me and my past, check out my YouTube. I have over like 200 or 300 magic videos. But actually, if you go back into the way past, I've been on YouTube for 17 years. Can you believe that? That is ridiculous. I've been on YouTube for so long. Okay, so this is the French. Okay, I have to remember which one the French. So there's two twists that I'm trying to remember. But anyway, yeah, I've been on YouTube for so long. So I used to do like movie reviews on YouTube because I worked at a video store, and it was well before everybody had access to movies because of streaming services. And I did like 8-bit video game stuff for a while, and then I did card game, board game tutorials and strategy segments, and now I'm doing magic. So yeah, that's in a nutshell. Okay, so first things first, we have the four aces right here. Let me just go ahead and grab them. So what I'm going to be doing here is, let me introduce you to them. Here we have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, here's an interesting thing. If I was to go ahead and grab the ace of spades, and we're going to start this over. Nobody saw anything. Shh. Shh. I think I know what I did wrong. Hold on. Let me just retrace my steps here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I actually completely messed this up. Okay, all right. We got it. I missed. Oh, good. Okay, the magician missed it. That means hopefully all the lay people missed it too. All right. Whew. All right. That's okay. That's good. Okay, so first things first, we are going to be using all four aces. And, we should probably introduce all four aces. So we have here the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, here's the thing with this. What a time to hop into stream. Welcome in, Hendusun. How are you doing today? How was your weekend? Hopefully you're doing well. Did you see me do the mulligan? Because that was the... So, all right. Here's what I want to do with this. What I want to do is... Hold on. Let me just demonstrate for a second. I'm going to show you what happens when I pick up this packet of aces. If I hold the packet of aces and give it a shake, one of those aces will be turned face up. Doing well. Yeah, I saw the mulligan. Oh, okay. Did you see anything before the mulligan? All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold the packet and give it a magical shake. There was... Oh, okay. Henderson saw it. Shh. Shh. Don't say anything, Henderson. Shh. Okay. That's okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shake the packet. Now, here's the thing. That shaking is going to turn up. Henderson's like, yeah, lol. Yeah. You earned that, Henderson. You earned that visual. Haha, I saw something. But look, by shaking it, I turned up one of those aces. Because look, if I show you, that ace is turned face up. It is the ace of hearts. Now, here's the thing. All four cards are now face down. 1, 2, 3, 4. But, look, if I go ahead and I hold the packet and give it another shake, that shake is going to turn up one of the other aces. In this case, it'll be the ace of clubs. I know. Strange, right? Okay. So, here's the thing. We have all four aces face down. But if I hold the packet and give it a magical shake, that's actually going to turn up one of the aces face up. I know. Strange, right? Okay, so now we just have one more to go. Once again, all of the cards face down. But if I hold the packet and give it a shake, that will turn up our last one. I think it's the ace of spades is the one that we did not turn face up yet. Yep, there it is. And so, hold on, I have to cough. I'm okay. I've been suffering from that for like 2 or 3 days, so it's fine. But anyway, so that's how you take 4 aces, hold them like this, give it a shake. Oh, sorry. Count, making sure that they're all facing in the same direction, right? Give it a shake. And that shake is actually how they will turn face up. Now, I do want to show you one more thing. I do want to show you that here in this deck, all of the cards are currently face down, and so there's no weird trickery or anything. But look here, if I cut these aces into the middle, and I hold the packet, not just the packet, if I hold the whole deck of cards and I give that a shake, just a very vigorous shake. Yeah, I know that feeling. Not sure if it's sick or allergies. That's exactly when stream started and I started talking about this. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm sick or if it's because of allergies, because I have like pretty bad allergies, right? So, anyway, with that vigorous shake, we have turned up the 4 aces via the same mechanism, but in the whole deck, not just like single aces. And that, my friends, is the French twist. There we have it. Thank you kindly for the request, Chan the Magic Man. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man. Hindu soon. So yeah, there's several things where it's like, I need to mulligan. Sometimes it's a, hey, I messed this up because I didn't even set it up right. Sometimes it's, oh, there's actually just too many cards here. Or sometimes it's, I don't like how this feels, and I think it's going to go wrong. Let me just back up. So, all sorts of reasons. Thank you kindly for the claps, Jesse Nicole. All right. Oh, thanks for cleaning that, Chan. Twisting Picasso's arm. Ah, that's a good one. I like that one. This is conceivably one of the ones I think I came up with. If not the trick itself, definitely the presentation, I think, because I haven't seen anybody do anything like it. Okay, important question. The old way or the new way? Oh, no. Okay. So I have a packet that does it the old way, but I want to do it the new way. I need to update this. Because the new way, I think, is way better. Okay, let's see here. Let me grab some cards. And then we will go from there. Okay. Grab this, okay. All right. And then, let me see here. So I want to do, hold on, I'm not revealing secrets of magic, right? Okay, good. It'd be very, very horrible if I was revealing secrets of magic right now. Okay, so I want it to end up like this, but I'll be doing it this way. So, okay. Oh, and I'll need something to represent red paint. Oh, here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I have a packet of cards here. They're all black face cards. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 red face cards. Sorry, 4 black face cards. Man, I was thinking red paint, but here's the thing. These are all blue-backed cards. See, so... and that's the strange thing about this, is if I was to go ahead and just use my fingers and just grab some of the red pigment from this felt right here and place it on the packet, that's actually going to change the backs of one of these to go from a blue-backed card to a red-backed card. Is that strange or what? I know some people can say that's strange. Most people would be like, or what? Sorry, those are my bullies back in like middle school. Okay, let me go ahead and grab some more paint from the pouch and just apply it. So we have 1 red card and 3 blue cards. But now we should have 2 and 2. Ah, we have 2 and 2. That's cool. How about one more? And that should give it 3. Now, I just want everybody to see that there is still a blue card in here. And with that blue card, what we're going to do is I'm now going to be grabbing the final pieces of pigment from this red pouch and applying it so that all of the cards should now have red paint on them. All of them, because if I show you, if I spread, all of them are red backed, and they're all still our black face cards. And that, my friends, is twisting Picasso's arm using the pigment from a red pouch. Normally I use like another red card or a red deck or something, but whatever works. I have coins in here. Okay. Whew. That was not bad. I hadn't done that one in a while. Thank you kindly for that request. Charlie's Beats. Thank you kindly for the request. Hopefully you enjoyed. Keeping me on my toes because, yeah, I don't think I'd performed that one in a while. So, thank you kindly for the claps and the applause. Chan the Magic Man, Jesse Nicole. Thank you so much. Thanks for clearing that, Chan. All right. The queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. And if you don't know what to request but you want to see more magic, do a random request. There is one caveat. There's one thing on the trick list that is not actually magic, but everything else is. So I think it'd be more likely that you hit a trick that has already been requested today as opposed to getting the one non-magic one, but it has happened. It has happened. All right. Once again, if anybody has been sitting around for a while and is not hydrated, feel free to hydrate. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay, so interesting news. This upcoming week, we are going to be having a local magic show for free. So if anybody is in the greater Rochester, New York area, there is a free magic show on Tuesday. Hopefully you know me and you could just look up on my Facebook because I think I shared it 3 or 4 posts ago. But yeah, there'll be a free magic show put on by the local Society of American Magicians chapter on Tuesday night. I will be in attendance barring any sort of shenanigans with having to do childcare or anything. But I did not sign up to perform because I wasn't sure if I was going to be 100% guaranteed to be there. But also I told them that I would record. So if anybody knows that I have recording equipment, so I have all this stuff here. I have a separate camera that I took and did my recording of my eclipse day, which was unfortunately cloudy, but I do have that, and so I was going to record, and then so if everything turns out well, I may be able to share those on my YouTube channel later. So hopefully that's all good. Oh, okay. We have another request from Jen the Magic Man for, which one is this? Little Devil. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So, let me find some cards to use. We'll have Chan be the little devil because Chan requested this trick. Oh yes, and I have reminded people to hydrate at least 5 times, probably more. Yeah, it was a new command. We just created that command, so. I need to find another red 6. Hold on. There it is. Okay. I also have to remember how to do this trick. Ooh, okay. Okay. Alright. So for those of you who saw me perform the Devil's Elevator earlier, yeah, I saw it in mod chat. Yes, I know that you saw it in mod chat. I only announced it to the mods. I'm announcing to everybody on stream now. So it's like, hey guys, I created a new command. So, all right, let me switch over to here. Okay, so this trick is called the Little Devil, and it is like a smaller portable version of the Devil's Elevator, which you may have seen earlier. So I'm going to be using the 4 red 6s and 9s as the levels of hell. And then, because Chan requested, Chan, you're going to be placed into each level of hell. Mwah. But between seeing this trick several times and also being a magic man himself, Chan can probably find his way out. So, first things first, what we're going to do is... oh man, look at those emotes. Okay. So first things first, let me place Chan off to the side here, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place Chan in between all of these at different levels of hell, and then we're going to try and see if Chan can get out. So, here we go. First, we're going to go ahead and place Chan here in the second level of hell, like this. But Chan knows how to get out, because he goes in the Devil's Elevator, presses the elevator button, sees the unique Devil's Elevator loading screen, as though the elevator is digital somehow. But look, Chan's going to find a way to hop back up to the top level and be able to get out. But the devil says, and you know what? We have something that can represent the devil today. The devil will be represented by the Steam Golem. Steam Golem says, Chan, you have to go back. You're not allowed to get out. And so Chan is now pushed into the third level of hell by the devil. See, the first, second, third level, fourth, fifth. Okay. And so Chan knows how to get out, gets in the elevator, presses the elevator button, watches the UI. The digital UI for a physical elevator. I know, it's super weird. And look at that ding, because Chan's like, I totally want to get out. I don't want to listen to that devil Steam Golem. Now, just so you know, the devil isn't actually the Steam Golem. The devil inhabits the Steam Golem's body. But look, Chan's able to make it up and out of the top and gets out. But the devil catches him again. No, you cannot run out again. And so now Chan's going to be pushed into the fourth level of hell. First, second, third, fourth. And so Chan is going to once again put himself in the elevator, press the elevator button, sees the UI. But look, Chan happens to find his way out and get out. Now, here's the important thing. The devil finds him one more time and says, no, look at all of these poor souls in hell. And so there's all the poor souls in hell. You must go back, and you are going to the... It's not the furthest level of all of hell, but the furthest level that we have here. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now, fortunately, Chan knows how to get out, presses the elevator button, and also the devil tries to catch him again, but the devil flies over him, and Chan happens to make it up to the top, and the devil flies over him, can't talk to him again, and falls back down into the levels of hell. And that, my friends, is the little devil, represented by our friend, the Steam Golem. See, there's nothing wrong with the Steam Golem. It's just that the devil inhabited his body, that's all. Yeah, the devil says, no! Hopefully that was epic. Thank you kindly for that request and for all those emotes and all the dings, Chan the Magic Man. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for requesting. Thank you kindly for the claps. Thank you kindly for the claps, Jesse Nicole. So yeah, recently I had the chance to pull out some cards and show some people some magic just randomly, and they're like, "Whoa!" So it was fun. These are kind of small scale. Like it's like, "Hey, I saw somebody. Hey, you want to see something? Okay, cool. Whoa, that was cool." So I love like the range of reactions you get from people. There are the people who are like, "I guess that counts." Oh, I don't think but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I love the range of expressions because there's some people who are like, "Oh my god, that was nuts, man," and then there's the, "Huh." Like they're essentially speechless, but like you know that they're surprised. So it's like there's these two, and then there's the people who are like in the middle. It's like you're good at that, and it's like thanks, I appreciate that. It's like okay, they know there's some sort of trickery going on. They're like I don't know exactly what it is, but you're doing it, and I can't see anything. So yeah, there's the I love the crazy react. Yeah, Chan knows. It's like yeah, as a magician, it's like I don't know. So I do magic here on Twitch like for 2 hours a week, and it's like I don't really try and arrange a show, but like there's like this strategy when you design a show. You're supposed to try and have some tricks earlier on that are like attention grabbing, but they're not like too outlandish, right? They're just like, huh, that's bizarre, that's super interesting. And then usually your last trick is like, oh my god, that was the most mind blowing thing ever. And it's like you're trying to scale up to that as you get towards the end of the show. And it's like I've done a few half an hour shows like for my workplace before, but I've never really constructed a show that was not intended for my workplace with like that escalation in mind, especially now with all of my experience performing tricks on camera, right? And that's the other thing. It's like I have had pretty limited exposure to performing for real people. I have done it. Like I did it for an entire week at a time when I went to TwitchCon and like went to my work offsite, and I was doing it for real people for like 4 days straight. But it's different because I get some reactions in chat, but it's like sometimes I don't truly know how you're reacting, right? Like, but yeah, you get that feedback in real life, and it's like, whoa, super cool. All right, I know that there's some people in chat that weren't here last time, so let's do some quick show and tell. So I went to a one-day event, one-day magic convention nearby a couple weeks ago, which is why I didn't stream. But I got some really fun things, so let me just show off a couple of those things. First things first, I have a deck of cards that is in a fidget spinner. So I had my other fidget spinner that I was just using to spin for a little bit, but now we have a deck that fits inside of this deck case that is also a fidget spinner. It's also a little tricky to spin. I'm not very good with it yet, but I'm getting better. So that's the first thing. Ooh, OMG, amazing, says Jesse Nicole. So that's the first thing. Oh yeah, that was a good spin right there. That was a good spin. All right, that one felt good. Yeah, the other weird thing is because the case is slightly bigger than the deck of cards, and because cards could potentially be loose in here, like I could feel like the weight shifting a lot more than like a well balanced fidget spinner. So it's not even. I kind of feel like a little bit of a wobble, even though I think on camera that's probably gonna look fine. But like, yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing is that I did get, so for anybody who has not been here long enough, I do have redeems on my channel where you can change the cards that I use for doing a trick. So sometimes people might request like, and they're usually blue, like a premium deck of cards. I'll pull out a premium deck from over here. supersize me, I'd use big cards. Tarot deck, I can use tarot deck of cards. I've used Uno cards, Magic the Gathering cards. But I have found this, and here's what the big cards, the jumbo cards, they're almost like 4 times as large. These are not what I want to show you. I did show these off the other time, but this is how big the big deck is. And I have never attempted to do anything like this. This is like 2, maybe and a half of the big deck. So like here's the regular poker size. So about 4 of these will fit onto this. Yeah, Jesse Nicole says, "Holy moly!" And Henry Suit saying, "Wow!" And Charlie's Beats is just smiling. And so, yeah. So first, here, let's just do a controlled experiment. Yeah, no, there's nothing in the queue right now. So here's what a regular deck riffle looks like. Very easy for me to do. I can do it on command. Those cards are not awkward. Here's the jumbo-sized ones, which I've used several times for some tricks on stream and for my YouTube channel. Here's my attempt at riffling these. Okay, I could do it, like, because my hands can kind of fit around them, but it is a little bit awkward, and it is strange. I do have to have a lot of extra, like, mindfulness when I do some sleights with this. There are some tricks that I can do with these. This is at least possible. There are other tricks I don't feel comfortable, because they're just big. But now we have the gigantic card. Hold on, I gotta put these away. Now we have the gigantic cards. These are at least like normal poker like style. These are bicycles, which are consistent all the time. These are plastic coated, unknown generic brand, ridiculosity sized, and like feel like cardboard paper kind of situation. Good job with the excitement and shock from my text. Haha. Oh yeah, holy moly, yeah, right? And then wow. And then checking the outfit says, "Egads, somebody shrunk the nom." Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's true. Somebody has shrunk me. It was my wife. No, I don't know. So here's my attempt at riffling these. I've been able to kind of riffle these once, but I cannot just use my hands. I actually also have to use like my arms and things just to hold like tension and to be able to like push them. But like, yeah, here's what some of the cards look like. So here's a oh yeah, some of these are still in order because I did not fully riffle these, right? But look, like let me also bring them up to the size of my face. They can actually completely hide my head, right? Like that's how big this is compared to a regular size card, which is like the size of my mouth if I open. All right, there we go. But anyway, seriously, you look tiny when you put your arms on them. I'm dying. I'm sorry, you're welcome. Whatever works. Yeah, so let me attempt to riffle these in some meaningful fashion. Okay, so yeah. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to push them together. Okay, wait, can I bridge them? Oh no, I can't. Wait. Oh yeah, there we go. That was awesome. I want to see someone hide one of these cards behind their fingers, lol. Okay. All right, here we go. Attempting to hide this behind my fingers. Ugh. Okay, it's really hard, but it's not that bad. Only in the small picture, right? Hiya! All right, hold on. Thank you, Kylie, for the bridge. Do a snap change. Okay. All right, guys. To be fair, I've spoiled how to do a snap change before, so I don't think I'm giving anything away. But it's also, I will show a good snap change after this. Okay. All right. Here we go. What? Man, hold on. Do I need to do this with the other camera? Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. What card is this? Is this a 2 of spades? Okay, here we go. Let me see if I could do a snap change with this. 1, 2. Nope. Cannot. Cannot. All right, here we go. Ready? Nope. Slowest snap change ever. Says Chad. All right. So for those of you who are curious what a snap change should look like, let me hold on. Just work. OMG, so close. No, not so close at all. Jesse Nicole's like lol. Chan's like lol. Okay, hold on. Okay, snap change should look like look, if I was to snap here, it should look like that. And even if I don't do it like perfect, even if I just go like just bring my hand over, like it should look pretty clean. Like or even if I just move it with no cover, like there you go. Like that's pretty good, right? So that's what a snap change should look like. Okay. All right. So okay, now let me go back to this. Okay, here we go. Oh man. All right. Wait. You know, just the logistics of using these. All right. Could I do it like? Oh, maybe if I use like 3 fingers. Oh, hold on. Let me just test something really quick. Oh no, that's gonna be so hard. All right. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Ugh. Okay, there's your snap change with gigantic cards. All right, full disclosure, I'm cutting this out of the YouTube later. If I remember. I may forget. That's okay. Sorry, I just exposed the secrets of a snap change again on stream. Charlie's Beast is like, what? Or no, the sus eyes. Okay, hold on. Let me try and do a snap change just with the big cards, so not as obnoxiously large. Okay, here we go. Blasphemer. Okay, here we go. All right, big cards. So not little size card. So this one's about 4 times as big, but not as gigantic as that. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hoo-yah! Almost. Not perfect, but okay, we'll try that one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hoo-yah! Was that okay? Was that all right? That might have been okay. I'll have to review the footage later. Meh. Okay, yeah, meh. Okay. Looked okay. Alright, looked okay. Not the best, but okay. I'll take it. That's right. I don't see any other magicians trying to use gigantic cards for this kind of sleight of hand. Usually you use these cards that are big for like parlor shows so that people in the back can see, so that it's easy for like the audience not to like, you know, not be able to see or mess this up or whatever. It's fine. Okay, alright. Okay, hold on. Wait, let me see if I can do a different color change. Okay, so here... oh, maybe I could use the cameras to my advantage. Okay, so here we have the 10 of hearts, right? But if I bring it up from up here, down here, we have the 2 of hearts. How was that? Was that okay? As a non-magician, if you hadn't prefaced it by saying it might not work, it looked relatively smooth. Okay. Alright, hold on. I'm trying to now exploit the fact that I have 2 cameras to do this thing again. Okay, alright. So, alright, we have a Queen of Hearts. Okay, and then now if I place it back on top of the deck, it's a 7 of Diamonds. Is that weird? It's super weird, right? Okay. Okay. Alright. Needless to say, I'm probably not going to be putting a redeem for this on there, but the redeem for this exists, so... Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I do this for amusement. Because I don't know if anybody else is using gigantic cards for sleight of hand magic. One of these days, I'll come up with a trick that I can do with this that requires sleights. There are tricks that I can do that don't require sleights that would probably work fine, but I like sleight of hand magic. I want to do them. Nothing wrong with that. Humor is important. You know, Jesse Nicole? Yeah, that's one of my things that I like to say is that magicians are hired as entertainers. And so even if your magic is flawless, but everybody thought you were boring, I don't know if you were an entertaining hire. However, if you sucked at the magic, but everybody laughed and had a great time, nobody's going to second guess the value of your entertainment. So there you go. See, nothing wrong with that. Humor is half important. Yes, humor is important. Absolutely. Yeah. Charlie's Beats has requested Aria. Okay. All right. So let's attempt to perform Aria. First things first, I have to find the aces. I could use any cards, but because Charlie's Beats has requested, Charlie's Beats has signed the ace of spades. Okay. All right. First things first. I'm going to place these aces into a little diamond like this. And then what we're going to do is turn them all face down like this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 other cards and place them on top of each pile. Face up. Like this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab each pile, place the ace into that chunk of cards, lose that chunk of cards somewhere into the deck. This one we will place towards the bottom third. Okay, same thing with this one. Take the ace, place it in here. We'll grab this chunk of cards, we'll lose it somewhere in the middle, like the proper middle. Then we're going to go ahead and grab the ace, place it in this chunk of cards, place that kind of near the top but not too close to the top. And then finally we're going to go ahead and place this ace here, and what we will do is instead of making this hide, what I'm just going to do is make this jump 1, 2, 3, and that jump has made all of the aces jump back up to the top. And these are the only aces, and most of them are signed. And you can double check there's no other aces in here. That, my friends, is Aria. The card trick, not the musical concept, which I think is a musical concept, but I don't know enough about music to say. I've been recently trying to pick up guitar. I'm learning some more concepts because I'm trying to learn some stuff on guitar, so that's good. One of my guitars broke today, so I was like, oh no. I mean, I think it broke like a couple weeks ago, but I didn't verify that it was broken until today, I guess. So it's okay. I have plenty of other guitars in the house, so we're okay. All right, and that was Aria. Thank you for the request, Charlie's Beats. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you so much for the request. Aria is a long song for a solo singer, usually opera. Oh, well, see, I didn't know that. Well, thank you for letting me know. Clear plastic cards. Oh man, Charlie, I just did your trick. You'll have to request a new one, or do you want me to do that trick again, but with the clear plastic cards? For those of you who don't know, one of the redeems on the channel is clear plastic cards. So when you request clear plastic cards, if I can do a trick with these, which Sometimes I can't. I think most of them I've been able to do if I can use a regular deck of cards. Some of them I can't because I have like blank cards for some of the tricks or whatever. But Magician's choice. Okay, my choice. All right, let's see what we can do with this. So for those of you who don't know about the clear plastic cards, these are plastic cards. They are first of all completely smooth, made out of plastic. These particular ones have a diamond shape that you can see through. There's 2 pip corners and 2 non-pip corners, and then in the middle there's usually the image or the pips that go there. So that's what these are. Okay. Wow, those are cool. Yeah, so I use these usually for the clear plastic card redeem. I did allow people to switch between a couple in the past. I'll just show the other ones, but I don't normally like using these because, and I'll explain why in a second. So the other set of clear plastic cards are these. These are matte on the front, smooth on the back. And you can see that this says 9 of diamonds, but in a spread, you basically can't tell anything from anything else, except if it's red or black. That's basically it. You can't even tell a face card from a non-face card. You can't tell an ace. The only thing you might be able to tell is like a joker, because joker has like joker written on it. And so like, sure, these might explain some sleights, but to be fair, I could just probably lie about the rest of the trick and it'd be basically the same. So, although, yeah, that's rough. Okay, so while I'm here, let's try and do a snap change. Hiya! There we go. All right. So, anyway, that is one of the clear decks, but that's not the trick for the redeem because that was unworthy. So, instead, we're going to use this deck. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and grab some aces, because at least the aces are still visibly separate from these. Okay. All right. So here we have the 4 8. Oh yeah, that's let's see. Okay. So let me attempt to let me introduce these to you. So here's the ace of spades, the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, and the ace of hearts. These will be our helpers for this trick. And then we have the rest of the deck, and we're going to have a card randomly selected. It doesn't really matter when you say stop. Any card can be said stopped at. And so here we've stopped at the king of spades. So let's go ahead and grab the king of spades, and we're going to go ahead and place the king of spades here. Okay, and then now we're going to be using our aces to help us determine or help us try and find that card. So look, if I go ahead and I'm going to turn the aces face down here. So boom, 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 boom. So now we have these 4 aces face down. All I have to do is run my hand over the top here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if you could tell, but those 4 aces have disappeared and have turned into one card. But actually that one card that was over here, if we spread here, it has become 4 face down cards. I guess this part is not as good with the clear cards. Because, hold on, let me just scoop these up for a second. Okay, there we go. So there's 4 cards that are face down right here, but this card was our selection, the king of spades, and actually those 4 cards are our aces. I'm not sure if that was satisfactory or not, but that was a trick with clear cards. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that was all right. Okay, let me try another one. So here we have the 4 aces and the king. You'll be able to tell the king because it's the only one with a face on it. But let's see here. So what I want to do is let's go ahead and leave the king over here for a second. So leave the king over there, and then we have the 4 aces there. And what I want to do is, if I just go ahead and I have these 4 aces over here, but all I want to do is just bounce 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you could tell, but these 4 aces have turned into 1, and that 1 king that's down there has turned into 4. And if I show you over here, this is now the king of spades, and over here we have the 4 aces. I think that probably would have looked good. I wasn't actually looking to see how good that would look. I think that looked good. Let me know if otherwise. And then let's see, what else can we do here? I want to try this other card trick. I would normally say, oh, thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats. Let me try this. So normally I would have a card selected. So let's just go ahead and choose the king of spades. And so here's the thing. So we're going to have this get put back into the middle of the deck. So let's go ahead and place this into the middle of the deck. Like so. Yeah, this is going to be, I think, super awkward because it's clear. Okay, but what I want to do now is if I just go ahead and 1, 2, 3, something interesting is going to happen, because now if I show you the clear deck, if I spread through, there's going to be 1 card that is facing in the opposite direction. This is that card. Happy Nightmares, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hands up here, so I'm not doing anything fishy. Yeah, can we get a shout out for our raider, Happy Nightmare? Happy Nightmare, welcome in. How are you doing, Happy Nightmare? Welcome in, E-Room. How are you doing? Happy Nightmare, how was your stream? I read and discuss scientific literature and play. Oh, that's cool, man. Let me give you a follow. Oh, thanks for giving E-Room a shout out as well, guys. You're not following our new friend, Happy Nightmares, and then also our old friend, E-Room. If you're not following E-Room, give them a follow. Happy Nightmare says, "Hi, doing good, excellent. I'm glad you're doing well, Happy Nightmare. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you up to? Were you reading scientific papers today?" Oh, hey, thanks for the shout out. Oh, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. So right now we're in the middle of a trick. So, but after this trick, I'll give you my spiel and I will introduce myself proper. And then, if you would like, I run my magic stream, sleight of hand magic stream, like a music stream. So if you would like to request a magic trick, you are welcome to. If you want to see some magic and request something for the raid, I would greatly like to perform it for you. Also, if you don't know what magic tricks are, you can still just randomly request one. Exclamation point random, and it'll put one in the queue. So, all right. Okay, so, but we're using these cards. These are clear plastic cards for the trick. So I don't normally use these, but this was a redeem on the channel. So, all right, cool. So this was the card that was facing in the opposite direction. And, I'll tell you in a sec, got to run inside before my laptop. Oh, yeah, definitely got to plug in for juice, for sure. All right, so here we have our king of spades. All right, so here's the thing. You may understand conceptually how the beginning of that trick works. So let me go ahead and hide the deck while I undo some shenanigans. Oh my god, this is super messed up. Nope, never mind. This was a bad idea with clear cards. Okay. Alright, we're going to abandon that. Anyway, hopefully that was a 2 or 3 tricks, right, with the clear deck. So hopefully that was sufficient for the redeem Charlie's Beats. And then we'll have to do something for our raider. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats. This is Charlie's fault. I mean, Charlie redeems actually a fair amount of things, so I do appreciate the redeeming. And then also Charlie chooses tricks that I haven't done in a while, which keeps me honest, so thank you, Charlie. Greatly appreciate it. But you know what? If you can mess me up with my own trick list, I mean, like, I don't know, that's actually on me, right? Hey, but sorry for that cough, I couldn't catch that one. Alright, so let me properly introduce myself. And actually, oh, I can show off my thing. Okay, let me rephrase that. I can show off my nameplate. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled this way with a K, 2 E's, 3 N's. And I like to do sleight of hand card magic on stream. And so this is what I do. Yeah. So welcome in, Raiders. Okay. Let's see. So. Happy Nightmares. Let me perform. You know what? Chance at redemption. Let me attempt to do that trick I was doing, but with regular cards. And because they're not clear, I don't think, or made out of plastic, probably won't mess me up. Okay, so first things first. We'll need a card selected. And this time we can actually legitimately have it be selected. So, if anybody is on desktop, you should be able to click directly on the screen, and it will place a heat map marker on the screen. So let's go ahead and have a card selected. And I don't know if you're there, Happy Nightmares, you are welcome to click as well. If you are not, that's okay, somebody else could click. Okay, it looks like we have one here. Okay, let's go ahead and have this card be the selection. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes, turn my head. Oh, sorry, we saw this one late. Hopefully this is okay. Wait, can I get both of these? Alright, they're both kind of, wait, if I do diagonal, right, mathematically, it could hit both heat maps. Wait, almost there. Okay, both heat maps are on the same card. Yay! We did it, guys. We did it. Through the power of hypotenuse. Trigonometry. Okay. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and turn my head. I'll turn this card face up. You guys take a look. Make sure somebody in chat knows what it was. When was the last heat map voting war? Oh, we haven't had one in a while. To be fair, a lot of people don't have tricks where I'm having people choose. So it has been a while, Charlie Speeds. So if you can find a trick where we're voting, we'll do that next. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to turn this card face up. And then hopefully somebody can take a look and make sure that people have it in chat. Okay. All right. Hopefully somebody's got it. I'm going to go ahead and turn it face down. Open my eyes and look back. Okay. All right. Somebody got it? No? Yes? Okay, let me know if somebody has it before we proceed. When was the last heat map voting? Yeah, it's been a while since the last heat map voting war, so let me go ahead and eat these heat maps here. Delicious. Okay, yeah, somebody's got it. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the card and place it into the middle of the deck like so. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hop, skip, and a jump. Hop, skip, and jump. And that has actually done some shenanigans to the deck because look, your card has flipped over in the middle of the deck. Because look, if I spread, you'll see that there's actually one card facing in the opposite direction. Now, important question, what was your card? What was the card that was selected? It is okay to tell me in chat right now. That's okay because Happy Nightmare, it says, okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Happy Nightmare. Let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled like this. Charlie's Beat says King of Hearts. Excellent. I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and this is what I do pretty much on Sleight of Hand Sundays. Sorry, I have a cough tonight. So, all right, King of Hearts it is. So, this should be the King of Hearts, and so King of Hearts. Now, here's the thing. You may intuit how that part of the trick occurs. So let me do this half of the trick to hopefully dispel any non-believers. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the King of Hearts and place the face-down King of Hearts into a face-down deck. Like this. Some people think perhaps the King of Hearts is still hiding on the top, but no, that is not the case. That's not a King of Hearts. That's a 5 of spades. And honestly, if I just flip the entire deck over and show you there, you might be able to see your King of Hearts in there somewhere, but they all looked like they were all facing the same direction, right? That's okay. Give it a second. And now every card is facing the same direction except for one. And this is the part that'll hopefully stump magicians. That's the hope. But this should be our friend, the King of Hearts. And that, my friends, is an inverted card trick. There we go. All right. Woo! Okay, all right. There we go. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, E-Room. Thank you for the applause. Okay. All right. Happy nightmares. Welcome in. How was your stream? Were you doing scientific literature stuff? Because now I'm interested. Let's see. So there's a couple of tricks that I normally show people who have never been here before. So I can jump into one of those because so a couple of these tricks I basically show everybody because I was doing my walk around at TwitchCon last year, which unfortunately I'm going to announce now that I am not going to be attending TwitchCon this year. So yeah. I just have so many like conventions I want to go to. Can't go to all of them, so. Happy Nightmare says, stream went well. I read a paper on dementia because I'm hoping to work on something related. And then I played an old Mac game and then some words on stream. Nice! Sounds like fun. So it was productive and fun. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, I like occasionally going through scientific papers of various topics and things. I also enjoy philosophy, and I enjoy theoretical physics and cosmology. So that's the kind of stuff that I like talking about. So anyway, welcome in, Happy Nightmare. Okay, so let's do a trick for Happy Nightmares. And okay, first things first, Happy Nightmares. Ooh, I like philosophy too. Excellent. Great. Great. You're in good company. All right. Happy Nightmares. It doesn't matter that I know what this card is. So go ahead and select a card. You can name anyone. You can pick one that you see. E-Room says, I like gladiator movies. It's oddly specific, but as far as I know, Gladiator is really good. And then like there was one called Troy that was similar, also good, but I don't think it's as good as Gladiator. Not Happy Nights. Ooh yay! A friend of mine recently wrote some articles about dementia as they're diagnosed and they're in their 40s. Oh, is that early for dementia? I feel like that is probably, yeah. Happy Nightmares. Would you like to select a card? Or should we like random? Very early, yes, says Jesse Nicole. Oh, you've clicked. Oh, okay. All right. Wait, did you click? Is that you? Is that the 8 or the ace? I think it's on the 8, right? I'm assuming it's that one, unless we. Okay. All right. Also, this is a reminder: if anybody who's been sitting around for a while and has not hydrated, please hydrate. I'm basically done with my tea. Okay, that was the 8. Great. Okay, excellent. Cool. So that is our selection. Now, out of all of these cards, you have now selected the 8. You are now magically connected to it. Would you believe this? Because You are. Now here's the thing. You got this power now that you're connected to the 8 of clubs. And if I go ahead and I grab it and I can take it and place it in the middle of the deck like this. It's in the middle. Actually, while I'm here, let me eat this heat map. I'm sure heat maps are very delicious. Delicious. They're also spicy. But anyway, now if I snap, that's going to make that 8 of clubs jump from the middle back up to the top. I know, you don't believe me, that's okay. There it is. Now, you just got this power. We don't want to waste it. Let's go ahead and do it again. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 8 of clubs, place it in the middle of the deck. Importantly, we didn't snap yet, right? So if we take a look at the top card, some other cards, not the 8 of clubs. But now if we snap, it's going to bring that card from the middle back up to the top. And here we have the 8 of clubs. Now, some people believe that magicians will hide the cards sometimes. They'll switch them out. I'm going to leave this sticking out so you know that it's still the same one. I know you didn't sign it, but you chose it. But it has been signed by our other friend. So it's the same 8 of clubs. If I grab it and take it and place it in the middle of this packet, grab this whole packet and place it in the middle of this packet. Some people think that I hide it on the top. That's some other, oddly, the other black 8. And some people think that it's on the bottom. But if we go ahead and I snap, it goes from the middle back up to the top. Here's our 8 of clubs. Let's see. Happy Nightmare says, "Oh my goodness," in reference to the early diagnosis. And then, yeah, it's sad and fascinating. They're just trying to live their best life and make memories while they can, and trying to stay positive as possible. Yep. Yeah. Happy Nightmare says, "What?" Let's go ahead and do something else with the. You know what? Let's use the 8s because we're already using an 8. Okay, so here we have the 4 8s. And I want to do something interesting with these 4 8s. That was neat, says Happy Nightmares. Thank you kindly. Hopefully you enjoyed. So here's another one. So I want to do something interesting with these 8s. If I was to turn them all face up like that, that would be cheating because I want to turn them all face up, but in a magical way. So since I'm a magician, I have to do it differently. Can't just turn a card over. So look, I'm going to hold the packet, and I'm going to give it a magical twist. And these cards are wonderful to twist because look at the design. It's going to be like, look at that perfect twisting design on the back. But look, that actually turned up one of the 8s. It's going to be, I think, the 8 of hearts, right? Yeah, 8 of hearts has turned itself face up. Now look, here's the part that gets people. I'm going to hold the packet and give it another magical twist. That 8 of hearts will turn itself face down, and the 8 of spades will turn itself face up. I know, it's going to be super weird, but look. Hey, so Erum, you got a nice little scroll there. Thanks. Because, look, 8 of spades. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Shouldn't happen. It's a little bizarre. Look, if I hold the packet and give another magical twist, turn up the 8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds, I know. But one more, the 8 of clubs, I think is the last one. But that was the one that we used for the last trick, right? So did it run out of magic? So it's a little bit tired, right? So look, if I hold the packet, even if I give it one magical twist, that 8 of clubs does not want to turn itself face up. Even if I give it 2 magical twists, philosophically, some people would say I've given it 3 cumulative magical twists. But anyway, no, that's still not enough to turn anything face up. But look. Actually, if anybody who's on desktop right now, if you can just click directly on the screen on this packet, let's try and infuse it with as much magic from your heat maps. You know what? Let's not fool around. This is not just magic. This is spicy magic because they are heat maps, right? Look, we got at least 2 in there, maybe 3. I can't tell. They're overlapping. Oh no, that might be 2. Okay, there's 2. All right, but I think that might be enough to get that 8 of clubs to turn itself face up. Cause look, 1 finger. No, 3. Ooh, 1 finger. Spicy clubs. Here we go. There we have it, friends. All right. And so that is a handful of tricks for our raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Happy Nightmares. Thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. E-Room, Happy Nightmares, Jesse and Nicole. Thank you kindly. All right. Okay, guys. Let's see. I'm thinking about wrapping up soon. Happy Nightmare says, "Whoa, dementia articles written by a patient. That's quite rare." Oh, that is quite rare. So sorry to hear about your friend. Yeah, so sorry to hear about your friend. So very valuable of them to contribute their expertise. Yeah, actually, that is strange. How often do you have people who are like the patients, but also are experts in their field? Um, I did. I don't know how. I don't know if I'm just misremembering, but I recently think I came across an article in which there was a doctor that was an oncologist and like was trying a new treatment to deal with his cancer in his brain, and it was noted that it had been like, I don't know if it was 6 or 8 months or something, where he did not go into remission because of this new treatment and because he helped. I don't know if he helped develop it or if he helped something, but I'm just misremembering. But I think I came across an article like that, and so that that reminds me of that. But yes, what says Happy Nightmare? Yeah, what? So yeah, those were a couple of tricks. Oh geez, yeah, wow, yeah. I'm just gonna do some things for my statistics. So okay, there we go. All right. I normally think about wrapping up around this time of night. So, man, I'm rate limited by my own bot. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, if anybody wants to see any more magic, let's do last call, and then if anybody wants to request anything, and then of course I will put in a yeah. So last call, if anybody wants to see any more magic, last chance to put anything in the queue, and then if if nobody puts anything in, I will still put in a trick for the finale because I always like to end a stream with a magic finale trick. And then also caveat: if I mess up the finale trick, I don't want to end on a mess up trick, so we'll do another one if I mess it up. But I think today I know what I want to end with. So let me just quickly get ready for that. Oh, somebody wants to see me solve a Rubik's Cube. All right, okay. All right, Charlie. Oh, actually, you get your choice. Do you want to see me do the regular one or the baby one? Your choice. Regular one or baby one, Charlie? Sunday Night Magic Time, says Ams Andrew. Baby one, says Charlie. Okay. Ams Andrew, welcome in. How's it going? Also, you came at a time in which somebody requested the one non-magical thing on the list, so we're going to be solving a Rubik's Cube first. Alright, so let me scramble this thing. Actually, yeah, right now is a good time to chat, so if anybody wants to ask questions or talk about whatevs. Some hot topics, dementia research, oncologists treating themselves, loving some good vibes, get ready for the week. Yeah, definitely. Ams Andrew, I just called last call, so if you would like to see anything, feel free to make a request. The queue is open until probably after I solve this cube. Then we'll close it, and then I'll do a finale trick, and then we'll call stream there. Okay. All right. Okay. So here we have it. Hopefully this looks scrambled enough to everybody out there. I'm going to attempt to solve it, and here we go. I mean, I'll be able to solve it. I just would be embarrassed if it was slower than I normally would be able to. Although I guess if it's slightly slower, it's not too bad because I'm not used to using the baby cube. Okay, so we have top layer almost done. Okay, top layer is done. So not only this, but like these also have to match their middle sides. Okay, second layer or middle layer. Doing this here, do that. Doing this. Here. Okay. And then, uh-oh. Okay, I don't like it when this happens. So I have to do this twice, because the piece that I wanted happened to be in its spot, but it was reversed. So, in, away, down, boom, boom, boom. Okay, second layer is done. So now all of those are in the correct place. Bottom layer, the way I do it is apparently slightly different than beginner's method, but I look for a pattern. In this case, it's like reverse L, and then I do an algorithm that I happen to remember associated with that shape. I got the fish, so that's good. I do this when I see the fish up to 3 times. Ooh, lucky, I only have to do it once. Find the headlights right there. Exchange these 2 corners. And then we should be able to just move all of these. These are counterclockwise movement. Hold on. Don't mess this up, Nam. Okay, hold on. I gotta remember because the muscle memory is a little bit different with the small cube. I'm trying to remember what the moves are for this. Hold on. Boom. 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 Okay, I think I got it. Here we go. It's a solved baby cube. There we damn corner swap. Yep. Good news. I didn't like super mess anything up there. I just had to go slow at the end there. But anyway, yeah. Guys, if anybody wants to see impressive cube solves, go check out Chain the Magic Man. He can solve like 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5. He has like other like cubes like Mega Minx and stuff. He'll solve those for you. So, all right. Okay. And with that, let's go ahead and put in my finale trick. So I've decided we will be ending with Picasso aces today, and then we'll find somebody to raid. I actually already have a raid target in mind because, and this is not going to hide the raid target at all from Gibson Lens, but it was the raid target's birthday earlier this week, and I believe they're streaming tonight and possibly doing the birthday observed today. Okay, good, they're streaming. And yep, so we'll probably be going over there. I'll keep it a secret from everybody else, but Gibson Lens already knows. Okay, let's see. All right, so okay, and I guess with that, let me do my usual ending routine here. Guys, thank you so much for coming to hang out tonight and coming to watch a Sleight of Hand Sunday magic stream. Thank you so much to Happy Nightmares for the raid. Thank you so much to everybody who... Thank you kindly for the applause, Andrew Roy. Thank you kindly to everybody who participated in the stream, whether you chatted, requested a trick, clicked on the heat map, chose a card. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of the lurkers out there, because if it wasn't for you, I would just be fiddling with cards. The magic happens in your mind. Disclaimer, if... everything that you see here is achieved by sleight of hand card magic. So I don't practice witchcraft, sorcery, black magic. I haven't signed any deals with the devil. And even if it was real magic, I would say that anyway. Guys, let's give some mod love to all of our mods. If you are not already following them, please give our mods some mod love and a follow. We've got Chan the Magic Man, one of the other few magicians on Twitch as well with a regular magic schedule. Let's see. I don't know if we saw Panda tonight, but the Rusty Panda. Sorry. Couldn't catch that. Chris M. Yee, welcome in. How's it going? And then, of course, if you're not following our... if you're not following Gibson Lens, aka Bert, pianist. Chris M.U. says, howdy, been lurking. Well, thank you for lurking, Chris. Also, if you're not following our friend Chris M.E., let's give Chris M.E. a follow. Friday streamer, plays a bunch of games. Used to play Fall Guys on Mondays. Also is the host of the Clip M.E. show. So. And then, let's see. It's all mod love. Once again, thank you to anybody who supported today. Thank you so much for the resubs. Andrew Ward, Gibson Lens. Thank you for the follow. Barao. Barao followed actually off stream. But we saw Barao in chat today, so welcome in. Curviously Jen says, we just got here and you're leaving. Oh, I'm sorry, Curviously Jen. I am doing one more finale trick, but Curviously... Oh, also, by the way, if you're not following our friend Curviously Jen, please give Curviously Jen a follow. Friday streamer, plays games, also does makeup streams. So definitely check Curviously Jen out. Curviously Jen, was there a particular trick that you would like to see? I am going to be doing one more finale trick, but if you want to see something else, we'll be back to streaming soon. Nope, I like all magic. Okay, excellent. Oh, we'll give you one quick magic. I don't know if you know about Magic the Gathering, but if anybody doesn't know, so here, we have a Magic the Gathering card right here. So here's the back, here's the front. This is a mountain. But I don't know if you can tell... that I'm going to use sleight of hand on this card. Okay, look, because look, I'm going to use sleight of hand. Did you see the sleight of hand? Because look, this card is actually sleight of hand now. I don't know if you could tell. It's actually a card that says sleight of hand. That's the title of the card. There you go. If you like all magic, there's some magic on magic there. Now I'm using sleight of hand. Yes, that's correct. Cost one blue. Anybody who plays Magic should know that. It was super effective. Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's see. For those of you who have not been around for finales before, there's like a handful of tricks I like to end the stream with. It's like some music streamers like to end their stream with the same song. And so I like to end with a handful of the same tricks, but I like a lot of these tricks. I love performing them, and some of them are like some of the... like my favorite tricks. This one is probably one of my favorite tricks to perform, the Picasso Aces. So let's go ahead and get into it, and then we will go on to our raid target. Okay, so first things first, I have aces in my hand, and I have a deck. The reason why I'm going to spread the deck now is that I want you to see that this is a blue back deck of cards. These aces did not come from this deck, because if I show you, these aces are red backed. So here we have the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Clubs, the Ace of Diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, here's the thing. With these 1, 2, 3, 4 aces, I want to do something interesting. I'm going to go ahead and separate them on the table. And then what we want to do is, let's see here. I want to have them all gather together, but in a magical way. So what I want to do now is we're going to go ahead and place 3 cards on top of each pile. So like this, like this. Get to bed, Giselle. Also, hi, welcome in, Giselle. How's it going? I believe Giselle is in European time. Is that correct? So it is quite late for Giselle. All right, so we have an ace in each pile, but we're going to slowly but magically transfer them from each of these piles to the master pile. Oh, hi. In all seriousness, hi, Giselle, says Chad. All right, so here you'll be able to see the ace right here, but only for a second, because once I grab it, not physically, but ethereally, and swap it for one of those blue-backed cards, you'll see that all of these cards are now blue-backed. I know. It's a little bit weird, and there's no aces here. Is that strange? Strange, right? Now, if we go back and investigate this pile, before there's only 1 red card and 3 blue-backed cards. But look, if I show you now, you'll see that there's 2 red backed cards and 2 blue-backed cards. Okay, once again, we have the card here, but look, all I have to do is grab it. Not physically, just emotionally. Swap it with one of those blue cards, and look, all of these cards, blue-backed. And none of these are aces. And now, before we had 2 and 2, but now if we investigate, there should be 3 and 1. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Super strange. Okay, now we have 1 more pile. Some people believe that there's shenanigans afoot, and to that I would say, yeah, you're watching a sleight of hand card magic stream. So, but look, I can show you that you can still see the ace there. That's the red back, and you still see that the ace of diamonds is there. So look, I'm going to go ahead and place it, and you'll know that it's still here because you can see it from the back, and then also you can see it from the front. But all I have to do is grab it, not physically, but metaphysically, and I swap it. And now, if I show you, all of these cards are blue-backed. And then, if you take a look at all the faces, none of them are the ace. But now, if we take a look at this pile, all 4 cards are red-backed. 2, 3, 4, and they are indeed the ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, and ace of hearts. And that, my friends, is Picasso aces. And we'll call that a successful finale. One of my favorite tricks. Thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. Jesse Nicole, E-Room, Chan the Magic Man, Jesse Nicole, E-Room. It's like a rap. Chan the Magic Man, E-Room, Jesse Nicole, Chan the Magic Man, E-Room, Jesse Nicole. Right? Chris M.G. Thank you kindly for the claps, everybody. Yeah, I'm not a rapper. Let's just put it that way. Alright. So, let's see. Oh, I want to do something slightly different today. Let's, for our raid messages, let's add happy birthday. Music collaboration with Chad the Magic Man when? Oh, I don't know. Let's add happy birthday to these. So if you're copying the not raid one, let's put happy birthday after it. Happy birthday there. And then if you're copying the sub one, let's add it happy birthday. Let's add it there. Okay. So, all right, copy one of those. And then today we're going to be rating our friend 7 Senchi, whose birthday was earlier this week. But I think she's probably celebrating tonight. Normally she starts before I start, but she actually started after today. So, after me. I was like, oh, that's strange. Okay, she's going, so that's fine. All right. Okay, so, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. I'm going to start the raid. I forgot how to do it. Start / raid. Okay. So we're going to do that, and then if you are left behind, rating. Okay, all right, there we go. Oh, no, wait. I forgot. Rating 7 Senchi. Okay. Okay, that's the raid target. Sorry. Okay, all right, once again, thank you so much for coming to hang out, everybody. Hopefully everybody have a glorious day, have a glorious week. Great seeing you all today. Barao says, amazing magics here today. Thank you, Barao. Thank you for coming in and hanging out, and hopefully everybody enjoyed themselves. And others, I mean, hopefully you enjoyed me. Once again, if you want to see more of me and I'm not around, check out my YouTube. I have a ton of magic stuff over there, and most of my VODs that fall off retention end up going over there. Bye, Chan. Bye, Chris. And then, check out Magic Twitch if you want to see more magicians on Twitch. Okay, and then that is it. Oh, crap. I have to copy my own raid message that I did earlier because I overwrote it. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care. We'll see you around. See ya.